Every great story begins with the call to adventure. More than 60 years ago, that call reached Lenny and Marvin, two dreamers who deeply believed in the transformative power of education. What began as a simple desire would become the founding of an institution that would touch the lives of generations. Marvin was born on a farm in Lancaster, Minnesota, which he had to help manage from a young age alongside his brother. The Great Depression kept his family in constant financial hardship. To afford his education, he joined the Navy. Although he became an outstanding pilot during the Korean War, he would soon meet the love of his life, Lenny, for whom he would choose to leave behind the danger of flying to build a future by her side.
Well, I'm a third-generation Mexican. My grandmother on my father's side was born in Oaxaca from German parents. I went to my aunt's school, the Garside School, up through 6th grade, and then I went to the American school. And then I flew off to study in University of Colorado in Boulder, and I studied education.
It was during those years, while studying education, that she would meet Marvin.
And I used a lot of aviation gas flying to Denver to go see this lovely lady that I had met.
Well, we met in the Rosarito Beach Hotel. He went to visit a friend of mine.
With Marvin no longer in the Navy, he focused on his PhD in education at Stanford, while Lenny completed her degree. They soon married, had 3 children. And fate would come knocking with a life-changing decision. While Marvin was being offered the opportunity to design 3 community colleges in Oregon, Lenny's Mexican relatives convinced them to open their own school in Mexico and bring all their knowledge back home. And so, in 1965, the Petersons arrived in Mexico City. In their home in Lomas de Chapultepec, they opened the first Peterson school, introducing the Montessori system, a method they were eager to share with Mexican children.
And we were the first Montessori school in English. I think because of the novelty, we grew extremely rapidly. I started off with the first class with my sister helping me, and then we kept growing, and pretty soon we had 4 groups. Marvin was teaching first grade, and we ran out of space, and so then we moved out of the house and converted the upstairs of Himalaya also to a school.
At the beginning, we moved the primary every 2 years. If you can imagine going into another building, knocking down walls in the bedrooms to make it 2 bedrooms into 1 classroom.
Painting the night before.
Demand grew quickly. Within a decade, Peterson schools had expanded across Mexico City, offering kindergarten through middle school. But in 1970, Mexico faced an economic crisis and devaluation. The Petersons had invested everything in the schools and land for new campuses. By 1982, they were in the red and on the verge of giving up their dream. Then, an inspector came to shut down the school for not using the official math curriculum. Marvin argued it was inefficient. His method was better. That challenge led to a meeting with President Miguel de la Madrid.
Well, I'd done a page-by-page analysis of the math program, and I put it in a folder, and I gave it to the president. And he said, "This is awful." I said, "I agree with you. It's the worst math program I've ever seen." He says, "Well, we have to have a new one. Will you write it?" I said, if I write it, it's going to have to be a process that involves Mexican teachers and teachers from foreign countries, so we get the best in the process. Now, Mexico produces some of the best engineers in the world because they got a decent start in math.
By the mid-1980s, the country's economic situation had improved, and the Peterson community continued to grow. Their children, Kenneth and Nancy, assumed the leadership of the school. The support of a dedicated board, including Brother Eric and a strong group of collaborators, made this project succeed. Today, Peterson School is one of the most recognized educational institutions in Mexico, with 3 campuses and academic programs ranging from preschool to high school. We celebrate 60 years of a dream that has guided and shaped hundreds of generations, and that will continue to grow with the same spirit, passion, and commitment for many years to come.
The children that started at 3 are 58 now. You can imagine how many generations we're seeing.
What our dream is for it to continue when we're gone, that it be something that will be here for the Mexicans for a long time, we hope, and something that will help Mexico be a better country.